here now, Matt Whitaker, former acting attorney general under President Trump. Matt, always good to have you with us. Thank you very much for being here. So let's go to that first. With regard to John Brennan, explain to everybody the ICA report and why they think that it proves that CIA director got involved in FBI investigation and that it all started earlier than people think.
Yeah, so the ICA is the Intelligence Community Assessment, which is when they say that all of the intelligence community agrees that Russia was the one that interfered.
In fact, Marie Yovanovitch said that today, just to point out. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it appears that Mr. Brennan at the CIA was instrumental in drafting that. But we've seen FBI Director Wray testify that he agrees with that assessment. I haven't seen any daylight in the intelligence community. I think the interesting thing is that CIA, they sort of do the foreign intelligence piece of the work, and so they're interacting with a lot of their counterparts in other countries. And it appears that Mr. Brennan, based on some reports, took that information and sort of took it across the transom to the FBI, and that's how the original counterintelligence investigation was launched. And again, I think this Inspector General report is going to be probably one of the most consequential reports we've had in many years. I think it's going to demonstrate that people took advantage of a FISA process where there's nobody on the other side to argue in their own interests, and it's an ex-party process. And I think we're going to learn a lot about not only the Carter Page FISA, but how they do business generally. And I think some Americans are going to be troubled by what the Inspector General is going to ultimately report.
Well, we all remember when Attorney General Barr said that that it could be that there was spying going on, and that he was very concerned about that and wanted to dig into it. He says that he believes this report will be a credit to the department. But in terms of the difference between the Durham report and the Horowitz report is going to basically focus on those FISA requests. And I think, as you say, a lot will be revealed around those once we have more clarity on those. But with regard to John Brennan, that would be part of the Durham investigation, since he is no longer employed by the government, right?
That's true. They're actually kind of looking at two sides of the same coin. While the Inspector General is looking at the Carter Page FISA specifically, and then generally the FISA program, Durham's investigation is a lot broader. Now we understand it's even a criminal investigation. That's going to look at the actual origins and whether people not only did their jobs, but in doing their jobs, did they violate the law? And that's, if it's a criminal investigation, there's some suggestion that there's at least some evidence that suggests that.
Here's John Brennan. He gets very riled up at any suggestion of this, which I guess is understandable. Here he is.
Well, I don't think it's surprising at all that we continue to hear the sociopathic ramblings of Mr. Trump, claiming that there was this effort to try to prevent him from being elected or to unseat him. And I welcome any type of, continued investigation in terms of what we did during that period of time that we were in government.
Final thought on that, Matt?
I watched that interview, and I thought he seemed awfully defensive for somebody that should have nothing to be concerned about. So we're going to see. We're going to learn a lot in the next couple weeks.
Well, it's going to be very interesting. We're going to have a lot to cover. Matt Whitaker, always good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.